So ladies and gentlemen, first, friends, supporters, residents, I'd like to thank you, everyone here, for coming out tonight and also for supporting me for the past 5 years. Since 8th of March, without your support, without your votes, I would not be here today with my colleagues, including Sivarasa Rasya, the Parliament, Ali Parliament for Subang. Well, at least he's running again, 5 corner this time. And I think without your support, first of all, the Selangor government would not have been formed under Pakatan Rakyat, and that you have made history 5 years ago. Without your support, without your votes, on 8th March 2008, we would not have the Freedom of Information enactment, the first in the country here in Selangor. Without your support, without your votes, we would not have been able to save Kota Damansara Forest Reserve, all 600 acres of them. Without your support, today we would not have been able to increase our forest cover from 30.5% to 31.5%. That 1% is enormous in Selangor. We are the only state in Malaysia who can increase forest reserve cover. And that's all because of you. Because of your votes, we can give free water in Selangor. And because of your continuous support and pressure on us, we continue to deliver. We want to continue to serve you, to represent you, and we will continue our work in exposing the atrocities, the excesses of UMNO Barisan Nasional in this country. Let us not forget, just a few years ago, we exposed what is now known as the PKFZ scandal. Today, they pretend that it does not exist. There's no problem there because they've taken a few fellas to court. But until today, UMNO Barisan Nasional still denies that they have done a terrible thing. They have put an enormous debt on the public. And it's not us who said it. Accounting firm, PricewaterhouseCoopers, said that it can go up to 12 billion ringgit losses. That is nothing for UMNO Barisan Nasional these days. Considering a recent report by an academic in a Singapore higher institution said that thus far, Najib Razak has already spent 58 billion ringgit just for these elections, just to buy all of you, just to buy the hearts and minds of the Malaysian people. 58 billion ringgit. I had a shock. I thought maybe I read it wrongly. I read it again. I thought it was 58 million, 58 billion. So just now when Patrick said, count 1 to a billion, I don't know how long it will take for us to count 1 to 58 billion. But you do not see this happening in Selangor government. We scrimp, we save our Menteri Besar. Now I can say it because, you know, the State Assembly has dissolved, so I can proudly say, cheekily say, that he's a damn stingy man. No way in the world he will let us do such a thing like spend money for elections. No way. There's no money coming out from the Selangor state government for these general elections. Instead, we have to appeal to all of you for donations. We want to, you know, buy your dinner also cannot. Instead, you have to buy tickets to our dinner, to listen to us. You have to pay us to have food. That's, I think, is what we're trying to show, the difference in terms of campaigning between Pakatan Rakyat and also Barisan Nasional. So when we started, what did UMNO Barisan Nasional say? They say that we have no experience. to be government. That was their main thing. Even during the campaign in 2008, I remember they said, we have no experience. We cannot run the state government. We cannot run the country. Ladies and gentlemen, when we started in 2008, our state reserves were only 600 million ringgit. That's really nothing. 600 million ringgit can't even get us through half a year in government. Today, we have 2.62 billion ringgit. Reserves. How did we get there? One, open tenders. We make sure that all the big projects have open tenders. Two, as I mentioned before, our Menteri Besar, damn stingy man, he will make sure that he will tell me, what is your ROI? So first year I said, apa itu ROI? Sounds like reindeer, apa itu? Now I know lah, return of investment. See, I can talk like fund managers now. He wants to make sure that for every dollar spent, we can generate 4 ringgit. I don't know how that happens, but he says that we have to do that. Any project that does not have that ROI, there's no point going forward. So we save every cent. We try not to use the money so that at the end of the day, we have more money for people who need our help, who need welfare, who need financial assistance. Thus far, we have spent more than 800 million ringgit just giving directly to the people, the old folks, the single mothers, the disabled, children who can't, up to today, can't even pay for bus fares to go to school. That's what we are spending our money on. So we make sure that it goes directly to the people. It doesn't go to a third person or a middleman or middlewoman, nothing like that. So that's how we manage our economy. We have no experience, absolutely true. We have no experience being corrupt bastards they are. That's for sure. I think I get to say some bad words once every 5 years. After that, cannot already. Must be very, respectable and presentable. So, but they are. 55 years of absolute power, abuse of power with absolute impunity. We have people dying every day, every month in police stations. We have thousands who have died in custody, and no one has stepped up to say they have done something wrong, or they have not even up to today apologized to the families. These are just some of the cases, and that's what we want to change. We want to change not because we want to be in government for the fun of it or for the glamour. Absolutely not. Being in government is really tough. Same thing. Just like campaigning, you don't get to sleep. You work all day, all night, and then you get scolded a lot by residents. But that's okay. That's normal. So we want to be in government because we believe we can make a difference. We have tried in our little way in the state government of Slang, just a little bit. You just imagine, our state budget is only 1.5, 1.6, never more than 1.6 billion ringgit. Yet we are able to give free water, we can give financial aid, we can give welfare, we make sure that the government runs smoothly, and we have generated investments worth 50 billion ringgit in the past 5 years, the highest in this country. We have created 125,000 new jobs in Selangor. And we can build affordable homes for people in Bangi, in Kuala Selangor, in Ulu Selangor, even in Dun Bukit Lanjan, Damansara Damai. They are building affordable homes now for people. And we're doing all these things with minimal resources. So imagine if we are able to come into power at Putrajaya, and now we have a vast pool of resources, vast pool of human resources, experts, like Rafizi Ramli, for example. Fantastic guy, resigned, one of the top guys from Petronas, resigned, joined our party, no pay. And he, with Tony Pua and Dr. Zulkifli from PAS, they've managed to come out with what I would consider one of the best manifestos, election manifestos that we have ever seen in our history. So what we're asking is to give us an opportunity, just to give us a chance. In Selangor, you gave us a chance in 2008. 你们很勇敢的给我们拿票，你们的票很勇敢，所以那时候我们可以做政府。That time we are able to become government. We are asking now to continue our mandate. Give us your support so that we can continue our work in Selangor government. There's a lot more to be done, a lot more scandals to be unveiled, to be uncovered, a lot of wrongs that need to be made right in Selangor. But at the federal level, there's so much more that needs to be done. And we are asking that you give your votes and your support to Sivarasa if you're voting here in Parliament Subang. Make sure that he goes to Putrajaya with Anwar Ibrahim, with Saifuddin Nasution, with Rafizi Ramli, Nurul Izzah, everyone else. Because 55 years is more than enough. Enough is enough. 55 years of one government only. Isn't it time for change? Yeah. Are you ready for Pakatan Rakyat? Yeah. Are you ready for Pakatan Rakyat? Yeah. Are you ready for PN? No. You say, I didn't say, okay? Okay, you said it. So, what's what we are aiming for? This is just one chance. I've always told everyone, if we can make it this time, it will be a perfect storm. Perfect storm is when everything is aligned. You know, the stars are aligned, the weather is perfect, you know, the current is there, everything. And I think we can see a perfect storm forming all around the country. Not just in Klang Valley, we are talking about outside. I was just in Penang on Monday. I wasn't on the island, Hantiang, where there were 70,000 people, not reported in most of the mainstream papers, but there were 70,000 people, the largest political rally in history. I was actually on the mainland, Seberang Perai, Bukit Metajam, Nibong Tebal. I was in a small village. I don't even know where it is. They said Batu Empat, 4th mile, somewhere there. 2-lane road, paddy fields everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, 5,000 people turned up, all of them Malays. That is in Nibong Tebal. Yesterday, I was in Perak, small fishing village, Bukit Gantang, inside Taiping, same thing. It was flooded. It was a 1-lane road, it was flooded. I don't even know how we managed to go. We went in there, walked in a hall, 2,500 villagers, all there. I mean, this is just my personal experience. I mean, other people in Johor, in Seremban, in Perak, they've seen bigger crowds, but I'm just going into small villages, meeting people. So it's not true when they say that only the Chinese want change. Everyone in Malaysia want to see change. Am I right? So, come 5th May, ladies and gentlemen, I ask all of you to go to the polling center early. You have to go early, really early. Those who are going to church, go to church, then immediately go to the polling center. Because there will be long queues this time. Lots of people will come out to vote, including hantus. So you have to queue up really early because we don't want you to wait for 2-3 hours. After you're done, you can go for lunch. Go somewhere here. Those who are voting around here can have lunch at Singki. Or this restaurant, apa nama? Mutiara di Maju. Then go home, have a nap because it's going to rain. So you have a nice nap, rainy afternoon. At night, unfortunately you have to switch on the TV. Now you don't watch any TV. We're telling everyone don't watch any TV, but 5th of May, you have to watch some TV at night, switch it on, then you start seeing all the results coming in. Pematang Pau, Keadilan, menang. Putrajaya, pas, menang. Parlimen Subang, keadilan menang. Pandan, keadilan menang. Lembah pantai, keadilan menang. One after another, you will see all the seats all coming into Pakatan Rakyat. On 6th of May, there will be police entourage on the way to Datuk Sri Anwar's office, Datuk Sri Anwar's house, not to catch him, but to escort him to Istana, so he can take his vow. And on 7th May, harga minyak akan turun. That's our promise. So you remember what I said, 5th May, get up early, and then 6th May, police, then 7, harga turun. So don't pump petrol night before. You have to wait. And this is, imagine this is all around the country, including Sabah and Sarawak. Just on Sunday, we had some friends who was following Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim. He went to Tawau, 20,000 people easily in just a small town, Tawau. Day before, on Saturday, he was in Miri, 30,000 people, huge crowd. So we will be winning. I'm very confident we can do it, but let's all be aware there will be massive cheating. Just today, I have received 10 reports of residents suddenly receiving voting cards of people they've never heard of. They're all coming into their houses. This particular house owner came up to me and said he received 7 cards. I don't know why he's so popular, but he's got 7 cards. He's never rented out his house, never rented out his room, but this is happening. I have got a report, not just myself, but also other people, other candidates, people who are disabled, who they've never registered before. Suddenly their families found out that they are now registered as a voter, and there's no way they can vote, either physically or mentally. So we are collecting all this information. For sure, they will use this on voting day. How can we stop it? I think the only way, the peaceful way to do it, is to come out 100% voter turnout, so that we can overwhelm, we can flood all these cheaters, all these phantom voters. That's the way to do it. We want to make sure when you go to the polling center, everything is calm, everything is fine, but we need everyone to come out and vote. And that's the only way we can win. We cannot win by being violent. There's no point. There's no point trying to catch, oh, you don't even know. You know, you say, oh, this is an Indonesian guy. Yes, but he's got an IC. And by law, he or she is allowed to vote. But nonetheless, we take note of that. We fill up the objection forms. But if everyone comes out to vote, usually it's about 70%, 71%. That's the voter turnout. Now we're asking 100% to turn out and vote on 5th May. Make a difference. Come and make a difference and help us, help this country get the government it deserves. Not a country which the government itself is undeserving, is unreliable, and should not continue to rule beyond 55 years. So this is what I ask from all of you. This is not something that Sivarasa or I can do alone. We can't. We can only do it with you. We cannot be here without you. And now, once again, we ask you on 5th May to come all out and support democratic, progressive change in this country. We're not asking you to vote for us, just us. Of course, I'm asking you to vote for me, sorry. Let's put it in a better way. Not just vote for parties, but vote for the future of our country. Vote for better quality education. Vote for access to education based on merit. not just color of our skin. Vote for racial harmony. No more racists. No more racist organizations like Perkasa, Ibrahim Ali, Zunnordin. They have no place in Malaysia. Cast your vote for those reasons. Cast your vote for the future of your children. Not for me, not for Siwa Rasa, not even for Anwar Ibrahim, because we are just vessels. We are just your representatives. But your vote can determine where our country will be heading for the next 50 years. That's what you are voting for on 5th May. They ask, there are lots of banners in Chinese, they say vote for stability. Is it stability when there's corruption, immense corruption that has not been stopped? Is that stability when you can give 250 million ringgit loan to someone to rear cows and you find out there are no cows, only condos and Mercedes-Benz? Is that stability? If you give 50-year toll highway concessions signed a few weeks before Parliament was dissolved, 4% interest-free loan, 4% interest loan. So that for them is stability. Stability for UMNO Barisan Nasional is more of the same, doing the same thing the same way. We are saying we want a different country. We want to do things differently. We can change this country. As I said to many people in the past few days, I want to grow old with all of you. I don't want all of you to one day pack up and leave the country because it is untenable. Your children can't get good jobs here. You can't get into universities. You're not treated properly in your own country. We have a lot of people here, I'm sure, with children abroad, am I right? Studying abroad. You have family members who are living and working abroad, am I right? Yes. We want them to come back. We don't want them to leave the country. We want to have our own brain bank. We need them to come back to make our country great as it should be. Not let other countries take our best brains, our best people. Imagine that just a few decades ago, we were one of the best countries to live in. Our education system was one of the best in Asia. Our healthcare system was one of the best in the world. We had the only center for tropical medicine, tropical diseases here. What happened to all that? They've all gone. My sister now lives abroad. She is thinking of migrating. She's working in Singapore. She will be voting for the first time this coming elections. I'm very pleased to say that too. But I don't want her to move away. I want her to come back. I want her to have a good job here, a good life here. So everyone, 5th May, let us remember, 5th May is when we begin our new journey in a new Malaysia.